Hello, good afternoon. This is Diecast Loon. I hope you're all doing well. And this afternoon's video is going to be a challenge video. I decided earlier that I would do a challenge video, as the video I wanted to do I can't do today. I'm going to have to do it tomorrow now. So that sort of messed up what I was going to do. So I thought I'd throw a challenge together. And the challenge that I decided to do is going to be called the Land Yachts Challenge. And it pretty much says what it is. So basically it means large American land yachts or full-size American cars. Now I don't have too many full-size American cars, funny enough. Most of them are sort of mid-sized muscle cars, the ones I do have. But anyway, so you know, I'm going to show 10 pieces. There's no rules to this really. It's just show off your big large land yachts or your large full-size American cars, or if you want to, you know, show some large European cars. But really, to be, in my opinion, to be a land yacht, it wants to be an American car. So anyway, we'll get straight into it. So the first one you can see, I believe, is a 74 Cadillac Eldorado, but it is Matchbox basic. But this is quite a small, it's not 1/64 scale, so it's not very big, but in real life these are quite the size, so you get the idea. But pretty cool casting from Matchbox, but it is very small in comparison to 1/64 scale. But anyway, so it's a 75, not a 74 Cadillac Eldorado. So that is basically the idea. So that is my first car. And then the second one, I believe, is going to be from Greenlight, and it is this, I think it's a 1980 Mercury Grand Coney Park. But it is pretty cool. This is the chase piece. Got a bit of dust there. As you can see, it's got the green wheels and the green base. But I'm just trying to see if I can see what it. See if I can zoom in and see what it. Yeah, 1980 Mercury Grand Marquette. I can't read that bit. Coney Park. So anyway, so that will be piece number 2, and it's a nice car. They've done a good job with the simulated wood on the sides. You've got the drop tailgate. And all these separate pieces, separate lights. I think they're separate. No, they're separate lights. I'm not on this. No, I think they're just painted, but the bumpers are separate, and all that front separate pieces. So pretty cool. And again, this is a substantial size car. You know, these were big beasts. So that'll be number 2. And then the number 3 is going to be its Ford equivalent. So this is a 1984 Ford LTD Victoria, I think. So look, 1984 Ford LTD Crown Victoria wagon. But again, it's the similar, pretty much the same thing. Had the same engine as far as I'm aware of. And again, it's got the drop tailgate, which is a bit stiff on this one. And again, the separate pieces. But a very cool, basic, large car. And you're either a fan of these or you're not. I'm a big fan of these. So I'm just trying to get some of the detail on the front there. It's a little blue speck for a Ford badge. But I'm quite a fan of these big old land yachts. I must admit, pretty cool. So that will be number 3. So. And then number 4. Now I know it's not really a land yacht, but it is a large car. Back in the day, 1958 Plymouth Fury from Auto World, and one of my favourite Auto Worlds in my Auto World collection. This is actually Christine. I have 2 or 3 versions of this. I also have the weathered version, which is my favourite version, just because it's so nicely detailed. But I thought I'd get out the normal version for today. Very, very cool piece. So it's a good excuse to get this out. And there's the dual quad 4 barrels, or quad carb, twin quad carbs. But and like I said, if you compare it to, so if we compare it to this car, which as I said is a big old car, you can see it's bigger. Let's put the phone up a minute. you can see that they are, obviously it is bigger, but it's still a fair sized car. It's not a small car. This was a big car. They were big back in the 50s. So, like I said, that will be piece number 4. And it's one of my favourite cars. The 57 or the 58, sorry, the 58 Fury is one of my favourite American cars, and not just because it's Christine. I do like that type of car. And then again, we're going to go with another one from Greenlight, and it is one, I think it's from the Blues Brothers film, one of the many police cars, which is this Dodge Monaco. I think it's a 74 Dodge Monaco. I think, yeah, 74 Dodge Monaco. And again, as far as I'm aware, this is a full-size car. It's a big old car, and Greenlight have done an awesome job. As you can see, it's got inserted rear light detail, and you've got this great, amazing, typical 70s American police car with this great big light bar and speaker in the middle. But I do like it. And you've got opening feature on this. Get my big hand out of the way so we can get the bonnet open. Bear with me a second. And there it is. And I believe the engine in this back in the day was a 440. So you can see the twin snorkel air filter there. But and again, like I said, if you compare it to compare it in size relation, there's not a lot in it, really. Big old cars. So that's pretty cool. So that is piece number 5. And then we're going to go with another one from Hot Wheels. I think this is supposed to be a Cadillac. I think. I can't remember now, because it doesn't say on the bottom. But no, but it's a custom anyway. But I threw this in because, like I told you, I just don't. Unless I've got some packed away, I can't remember. I don't have masses of them. This is hence why I wanted to do this challenge, because it's the challenge trying to find big land yachts. But pretty cool. And this was a big car, the original version. Cadillacs were always quite big. I'm not quite sure what this one is based on, if I'm truthfully honest. But anyway, so that is number 6. And then we're going to go to excuse me, we're going to go to the Ecto one from Johnny Lightning. Now obviously, being it's Johnny Lightning, it's underscaled, it's not 1/64 scale, it's smaller, but the real version of this is huge. These 59 Cadillacs these were based on, like you had the Cadillac Barretts and you had the Cadillac Eldorados. So the 59, they were big old cars, the 59. But so that is the Ecto 1, and then you got Ecto 1A, which is my favourite one out of 2. I just like the extra details on the side and on the roof. But like I said, these were big old cars, and like I said, if you had the actual excuse me, the actual convertible, the actual car, they were big cars. I mean, you imagine, because that's what this is based on. I mean, these are ambulances or whatever you want to call it in the film, but you imagine this with all this and it being a convertible. They were big old cars, and the boot sort of starting there and going all the way back. Excuse me. So that is that. So that is 8 pieces now. And then we got another one from Matchbox. This is a slightly newer version of the one I've just bought out. This is another Cadillac, and this is like a custom hearse of some sort, but I think this is the 60. I'm sure this is 1960. Let's have a little look. Yeah, 63. So this is a 63 Cadillac, and again would have been a big old car. So pretty cool. And the last piece, in my opinion, saved the best for last, was the large land yachts, and I do believe this is a 1976, I think 1976 Cadillac. So very cool. From Auto World, let's have a little check, see if we can see exactly what it is. So is it going to say? No, but I think it's a 76. But Coupe de Ville, yeah, that's it. So very nice piece. There's a couple of years now, but just did a really good job on it. You can see it's got the red dash. You've got the matching red vinyl part of the roof there, done at the back. You've got this nice pinstripe that goes the full length of the car and right around the bonnet. And these are massive engines. I think the engines in these were like 500 cubic inch. I'm sure these are one of the biggest engines back in the day. Very underpowered, mind you, but just very stylish, luxury, like driving around a big sofa. Bonnet doesn't open too far on this, but the engine is very, very detailed. What I like about this, like I said, you can't really see, but this does have a separate radiator. Just cannot seem to get any light in there on it. You can see the snorkel going down the side there, but very nicely done. Let's see if the date's on the plate quickly. Is it on the plate? No. I'm sure it's a 76. You lot can tell me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so that is, so like I said, that is my land yacht challenge, or full-size American car challenge, whatever you want to call it. I've done 10 pieces. Feel free to do more than that if you'd like. As I said, I don't have many more than 10. But anyway, please like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos to come. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Hello, and I'm back very quickly. Just after I finished filming the challenge video earlier, I realised I should have included this, because in my opinion, this is the ultimate in land yachts. This is a large-scale version of the 1958 Continental, known as the Lincoln Continental, but this was before Lincoln Continental became Lincoln Continental, as far as I'm aware of. This is one made by Sunstar Platinum, which is one of the finest model makers in large-scale 50s cars. This is a highly detailed, awesome looking car. And if I remember rightly, I'm sure this was the largest American car that was ever made, I think, or at least one of them. It was definitely the largest unibodied car ever made anyway. As we all know, unibody stands for it doesn't have a chassis, basically. It's its own, the bodywork is its own strength. But anyway, with that being said, we'll have a quick little look around the car, because it is a big car. And to give you an idea of how big it is, my filming table isn't particularly massive, as you can see. It's probably about, I'd say about 3 feet across. And this car, as you can see, pretty much takes up the length of the two signs I got in the background. It is a really big model. But these were big cars in real life. So let's see if we can get the bonnet open first. Have a little look at the... Now this, I believe, had a massive 430 cubic inch V8. So there you go. You see it's got realistic hinges. Let's just see if we can stand up a little bit and get a bit better look. But it is all wired and plumbed. Very nicely done. Like I said, 430 cubic inch V8. I think it was putting out 375 horsepower, if I remember rightly. Just got to push that front piece down. There we go. It does have real windscreen wipers actually move. You can see it's got springs, so you can move them, and they are, like I said, they are sprang, as you can see. See if we can see some of the interior. So it is carpeted. They are just lovely models. It really is. Just my camera work's not doing it justice. You can see on the dashboard there, you've got the lights. That's to do with dimming the lights. That used to dim the lights automatically when cars came towards you. That's what that little thing on the dashboard does. So it dips your lights for you. Let's see if we can get any. The seat does fold down, but proper bench seats. And then if we come to the back of the car, so there's the back, all photo etched parts. And there's the jack. all the weather shields, weather stripping. But it is a very impressive piece. These side spats do actually come off, but I'm not going to pull them off now, but they do actually come down. But anyway, with that, I just thought I'd mention it. But anyway, so that's that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.